Today is July the 27th, and today is National Creme Brulee Day, National Scotch Day, as well as National Korean War Armistice. Welcome back to the Daily Rewind, a podcast where we rewind the time and take a look at what happened on this day in history. My name is Garrett, I'm your host. Let's get into it. First, we go to 1866, where we see the first transatlantic telegraph cable come ashore at Heart's Content, Newfoundland, after being laid 1,686 miles by the Innsbruck Kingdom Great Eastern Steamship. Also on this day in 1953, armistice ends the Korean War fighting after 3 years of bloody and frustrating war. The United States, the People's Republic of China, North Korea, and South Korea agree to an armistice, bringing the fight of Korea to an end. The Korean War started on June 25, 1950, when Communist North Korea invaded South Korea, causing the United States to secure a resolution from the United Nations calling for its defense aid for South Korea. This was also part of the Truman's domino theory, his belief that one country falls to communism, the other countries will fall to communism. Ultimately, North Korea invaded South Korea in an attempt to unify the peninsulas by force. The United States General Douglas MacArthur conducted landings at Knock, pushing enemy forces back. And the war was very frustrating on both sides, bleeding into election season in the United States and Dwight D. Eisenhower calling out Truman's handling of the war. China also entered the war, which made it longer than it really needed to be. With the treaty, the water remained near the 28th parallel, and it would be a demilitarized zone, or DMZ. Now, an armistice is not a peace treaty. The war was technically still going on, and is still technically going on to this day. On April 27, 2018, the Panmunjom Declaration of Peace, Prosperity, and Unification north of the Korean Peninsula was signed by South Korean leader Moon Jae-in and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, which commits the two countries to denuclearization and talks to bring a formal end of the conflict. However, on November 23, 2023, North Korea terminated its agreement. Moving forward to 1974, the House of Representatives began formal impeachment proceedings against President Richard Nixon over the growing Watergate scandal. The scandal began after 5 men were caught breaking into the Democratic National Committee headquarters at the Watergate complex on June 17, 1972. As the investigation unfolded, it revealed a widespread effort by members of Nixon's administration to cover up the break-in and obstruct justice. When secret White House recordings confirmed Nixon's involvement in the cover-up, support for him in Congress collapsed. And facing almost certain impeachment and removal from office, Nixon would resign on August 8, 1974, becoming the only United States president to resign from office. Just 1 month later, President Gerald Ford issued Nixon a full pardon, a decision that remains one of the most controversial acts of Ford's presidency. Thank you for tuning in to the Daily Rewind. The Daily Rewind is produced by myself and History Talks with Garrett. Make sure you follow us on all social media platforms at the Daily Rewind Pod, and you subscribe to us wherever you're listening to this podcast so that you can get notified of future episodes. And if you are on a podcast platform that allows you to rate this podcast, please rate us. That way we can reach a greater audience. I will see y'all next time. You have a great day. Peace.